welcome to the first ever Ride or Die podcast. Yeah, I'm your host, Tyler Bruce. You may know me as the guy who shouldn't be hosting a podcast. And I have two guests here today. I've got my good friend and roommate, Cole, and also a member of Couch Force.
I do live here.
And I've got my longest running friend, internet celebrity, Alex.
Hello.
Hello. And now Cole came to me specifically. He said, Ty, I want you. I really want to be on your first episode of the podcast.
Ty, I want you.
He said, I really want to be on the first episode of your podcast because I need to get out there what my favorite sex position is. Oh. And I said, great. Well, that'd be a great opener for our podcast about a car and driving. So Cole. You were so anxious to tell us.
Well, I think that people really take me as the average white boy that really likes missionary and thinks mayonnaise is spicy. But I'm here to tell you, don't listen to him.
Anyways, that's that. I also want to open with a story that I thought of right before this. And I want to tell these two because I don't think I've ever told this story. It's not really a big story. It's just a happening.
I'm excited.
But I am a man who often leaves his drinks in his car without thinking. Exactly. I'm sure that some of us, I don't know how messy of a boy Alex is. I think he's pretty cleansed. Okay. But I left a soda in my car one time. I didn't really think about it. And a few weeks passed, and I'm like, okay, I'm going to get rid of it now. But I was like, I'm going to open it up and see how it looks. And I open up this soda, and there is just thousands of ants at the bottom of it, and they're just like enjoying this pool of soda. And every time I think about it, I'm just absolutely disgusted.
No, I could top it. I could top it in a way that would make you gag.
Just got to clean out your damn car.
Because it involved me taking.
Well, I don't know. I cleaned out my car. It was just this one thing that I left in there, and I was like, okay, there we go. And
I see.
I don't know. I left it. It was disgusting though. So every time I see an ant in my room, I just think of that, and I'm like, I don't want that, and I throw it away. But top it. You'll easily top it. It's not a disgusting story.
No, mine's gross. Mine's straight up gross. Mine involved me eating a vermin. So.
What do you mean?
Well, I was eating crab one day. My dad brought crab home for me to eat. And crab is very stringy and bitty. And like actual crab that you get straight out of the
not fake crab, fake cheesy crab.
Yeah, not fake cheesy crab that I eat all the time. Anyway, I was living in my basement. And my basement was not a cleanly place. And I'm not a cleanly person. And I've left something out that had festered in some way. So I'm sitting here and I'm eating, and I look on my beverage that I have, and I see little bits of crab. I was like, how'd that get there? And I just kind of like licked it off or something. Like I got it off.
Ew.
It went to my mouth. It went to my mouth one way or another.
How did you even identify that it was crab on your
Well, like it looked exactly like crab. Turns out they were tiny maggots that came from and I hate maggots.
Because he said
I hate maggots like worse than anything in the world. My stomach turned. It was gross.
I don't want to open our first episode of the podcast with gross, disgusting shit. But one time I found a bag of rotten potatoes in our closet, and it was infested with maggots. And my dad was like, "Fuck no, maggots!" He just hated them.
Did you know potatoes when they get really bad can actually kill you?
Yeah,
I didn't know they could kill you.
I could see that.
I can imagine, yeah.
So there was this story about this woman or this little girl whose entire family died. Because in their attic they had potatoes that went bad, and then it's kind of funny how they all fell like dominoes, but it's not funny that they're dead.
Yeah, no, of course.
And so the grandpa went up there. The grandpa was like, "How's that smell?" and went up there, died.
Oh my god!
And they're like, "Where's Grandpa?"
Yeah, and then the dad went up there to go find Grandpa, died, and then the mom went up and died.
Oh my god!
So the fucking girl
Lord.
lost her whole family to potatoes.
Oh my god!
I saw something similar to that where some woman had vacuumed up like a rat carcass or something, and I guess it was giving off some dead fumes, and when she did that, it just spread fumes everywhere, and she died because of the
Jesus.
The fumes. That's fucked up though.
That's fucking heinous.
No, that's wild.
That's wild.
To die to rotten potatoes.
Just air. Just
I
disgusting
can't tell you
air.
how many times that I've had rotten potatoes in my house. How long were those potatoes there?
Yeah.
Those had to be
Because they killed us.
Who keeps potatoes in the attic? To be fair,
That's true.
Who keeps
potatoes in
That's
the
the stickiest, hottest place in your house.
it is. It is the worst.
And you're keeping your fresh food there.
It's up there with all the pink stuff that makes you all itchy if you touch it.
I
You
know
mean
you're
insulation?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
insulation. It doesn't that have like fiberglass in it?
Yes.
Don't touch
Yes.
that.
Yeah, I used it as a pillow when I was little.
What do you mean? That's fucked up.
My house was being built,
That's
and my
fucked
parents
up.
were like, "Now, Cole, don't touch the pink cotton candy looking stuff." And I went, "Okay, Dad."
You totally
And
took a bite out of
I
it.
was a little kid, so I was like, I feel a little sleepy, and I laid down in a corner and I looked, and it was it was insulation. I went, "Ah!"
So it's Jesus. So it made you itchy because it had like tiny lacerations, right?
Yeah,
Like,
that's what it is.
It was lacerating.
That's what they put in some dipping tobacco.
Yeah. So
Ew, that's
that's like
fucking heinous.
that's like a rumor though, right?
No, that's confirmed. Like that does happen.
It cuts you and get the sin in you
Gets the good in.
Gets the damn devil's juice in you faster. I want to talk about meeting these two boys because these two boys are very special in my life. I appreciate the darn heck out of them.
Do you want to go in chronological order or most handsome?
Fuck, I don't know. That'd be hard.
Come
Let's
on.
go to Cole.
I'll go Cole first, I guess.
Okay.
The main reason I want to do this is because we run the channel. It's built around our personalities, and I feel like you're not really fully getting to know our personalities if you don't know how we met and who we are. So one day I'm sitting outside. This is like right before our modeling class, I think, or it's a digital media class.
It was just
Game
video
design?
game design.
It was game design, yeah. And I'm sitting outside, and I'm drawing for one of our projects. I think it was the card game that we were doing. I was drawing like Ren and Stimpy-esque characters, and this strange man approaches me. He's not actually strange. It's Cole,
Yeah, that's
and I knew him a couple times. I knew of him because he had like seen me playing, watching Game Grumps in like the Digital Media Center and stuff like that. And he was like, "I like what you're watching." And I'm like,
Hey, I like Game Grumps too.
Hey, I like that.
I like you Southern Belle. And so he sits down with me, and we talk about Pokemon, and it was it wasn't awkward, but it was definitely like...
We were really feeling each other out. Like,
Yeah.
Like neither of us really
Yeah.
knew what was going on.
I didn't know I could
We-
say something
We were
like...
talking about the new. Like, I don't remember when this was, but one of the first. It was just after we'd stopped hanging out, and I started hanging out, and I knew that it was meant to be. And one of us had made a joke, and we were still feeling each other out and everything. And you said, "Ha, no, man, no, it's okay. I love everybody except the Jews."
Which, of course, that's a joke. Obviously, I mean, it's fucking whatever. I love everybody, but it was a way I could say something and figure out who he was, and he laughed, and I was like, I could be friends with this guy any day, and then we're roommates, and we're channel co-hosts, and it's a good, solid time.
Couple good boys.
Couple of solid lads, and yeah, that's it for Cole. But for Alex,
Wait. Let me just say, isn't it wild that like if you look at a stranger, you have the potential. Like I always thought this was weird. You have the potential to be like best friends with them.
It's so strange.
It's
You have the
It's-
potential
it's
to like
weird.
date anybody in this entire world.
It's weird, and I'm glad Cole approached me because I had seen Cole, and I was like, I'm glad this guy likes Ninja Six Party and Couch and not Couch Force and Couch
This
Hop.
guy likes
and-
couch force.
I wish he liked it then, and all these things, and I'm like, I could be good friends with the guy, but I know I'll never approach him. Which I did approach Connor, which was interesting. I kind of approached him. I just complimented his work, and that set off his boner for being complimented. But yeah, it's wild. It's weird. But I think something that's really interesting is being able to become friends with someone online, because it's like, especially if you live so far away like me and Alex do. I live in Tennessee, and he lives all the way up in the Washington.
I mean, I've also become really good friends with
Yeah.
Alex soon, and it's
Yeah,
weird because
it's weird.
I've only known you for a year, and you introduced me to your obscure online friend, and now
Yeah.
he's my obscure online
Yeah,
friend.
it's weird how friendship and being buddies can work. But I remember I posted a video on my channel. It's like, the channel's like 7-8 years old now. I think it's like 8.
How old were you when this happened?
I think it's a way older than that.
It's 8 or 9 because my Talarox video that I posted went up in 2009, I think. The one where I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah, I think it's 2009, which was 9 years ago. You can eat some M&Ms on my show. I don't give a damn. But anyways, I posted a video that was it was how to make Lego Mario, And I just posted a bunch of Lego stuff, and they all got taken down because my mom wouldn't only let me upload so many videos. But eventually, I broke that rule. But that's another story for another day. Anyways,
What strange rule?
yeah, it was a real rule. She didn't want to plague the internet, but here I am plaguing it with.
Leave the people on the internet alone.
There's so much shit posted, it doesn't even matter nowadays. But anyways, I would make a lot of Lego videos, and some of them are still there. But there was one that's been deleted, and I wish it wasn't, but it's been deleted. It was how to make Lego Mario, and it was a shitty little Mario, and a little boy, a little child man,
Little boy.
commented on it. His name was Lego Dude 0580. That channel's also gone, and he was like, "Nice Mario, man, yeah." That was back when YouTube had like message systems, or like better ones than they have now. I don't know if they have them still.
Hey,
Oh,
like
they have shit
friends and
systems.
stuff.
Yeah. So I shot him a message. I was like, "Thanks for complimenting my Mario. Yours is much better," because he also had one, I think. And we talked, and we got into Animal Crossing, which is a great game we're going to talk about in a bit. And we got into music and things. I lied to him and told him I liked rap, and then I didn't. I just wanted to be friends with him. And
I like rap.
yeah, which I do like rap now, but at the time I was more rock. And then he said he liked Ozzy or something, and I was like, "Me too. I lied. I just want you to love me." Yeah, that's the story. It's
To add some exposition to that, I would build things out of Legos, and then I would compare them to people online.
yeah.
Like I would make like a Lego ghost, like from Halo, and then I'd look and see who else made it to see if I was better than them or
Yeah,
not.
so in reality, he was looking at mine and being like, "Yeah, this is totally better. I should comment and make him feel better." And I'm glad he did. Because Alex has been a great pal, and I love him. He's a swell little boy.
Mm-hmm. And then while we were friends, your stepbrother would always call me pedophile.
A
pedophile.
Yeah, and then we got to meet in Washington because I went on a cruise, and my brother was like, "I swear to God, if he's a pedophile, I'm gonna kick his ass." I already knew he wasn't at this point. I knew he wasn't at this point because I'd already video chatted with him and everything, and my parents had too. So yeah, it was a good time.
And I hugged your mom and shook your dad's hand.
Yep, and Alex's mom thinks I live in Kentucky.
Yep, every time. Is that your friend from Kentucky?
So yeah, that's it, and that's how we met. But we played a little game called Animal Crossing, and I want to talk about Animal Crossing because we're hoping to get a new one soon, and I just kind of want to talk about like what do we expect from it, and we can also branch off that and talk about the Switch because the Switch is a huge console right now for a lot of us Nintendo fags.
Yeah.
And we expect a lot of things.
I haven't played mine in a hot minute, but I love the console.
I know Alex is
I need to get mine
playing
fixed.
Celeste. Why do you need to get fixed?
Well, I have the first wave. And I think you do too, but the left Joy-Con of mine is
my left Joy-Con's like never messed up.
Mine's bad. But apparently I can get it fixed, and I can get it fixed for free. I've just never done it.
Alex's is messed up too.
Yeah.
And they probably don't fix it. They probably just give you a new one. They say they fix it.
Yeah, I'll get to that in a second. Well, Ty, explain how Cole and I met.
Oh.
I don't remember. What do you mean?
All right. Well, we're in a group chat, and
I do know. I added this to a group chat because I wanted all my friends to be friends. That's why I know that started.
I would send Ty little silly videos around the house of like me making mac and cheese and stuff.
And I loved
them. He would send them over to Cole.
Yeah.
I loved them.
I would introduce him slowly, do silly videos, and they're great. Yeah. Is that it?
And now Cole and I play an obscene amount of Fortnite.
It's a lot of Fortnite.
A whole lot of Fortnite.
It's a lot of Fortnite. And I'm glad. I love bringing my boys together. That's my favorite thing to do. Is to collect some boys.
It's like
put them in a room and say, "Get along."
A universe crossover.
Yeah.
It's like, "Hey, Iron Man, you're mighty cool, but have you met Batman?"
Wait, Iron Man and Batman?
Yeah, that's it.
Yep.
It's waiting to happen.
That's what that will happen. Never. So yeah, it's just it's something cool.
I'm drinking a nice glass of milk. I'm gonna have to get more in a minute.
You know, I'm not super on milk.
I'm a big fan.
I can't drink just milk.
Alex, how do you feel about milk?
I enjoy it very much.
I really like milk.
I can't just. I can just drink just straight milk.
What kind of milk do you drink, Alex?
Well, me,
yeah.
Kitty milk.
1% is my favorite.
I was a big 1% guy back in the day. Then my dad started bringing home skim, and it's really not that different at all.
I like skim a lot.
So now I just do skim.
I drink skim if it's around because it tastes the same for the most part, and it's better. So why not drink the better version if it tastes exactly the same?
That's what I started doing. It's a little better for you, so why not?
Yeah.
I enjoy milk. I'm a big fan of rich things, and it's a rich beverage.
Talking about damn milk.
Comes straight out the titty, and
I mean, like, don't get me wrong, milk and cereal, best damn thing.
Have you ever met somebody, and I know you have because he lives with us, who doesn't drink his milk after he's done eating his cereal?
Yes.
Unforgivable.
It's weird.
Unforgivable.
Well,
it is sinful.
Alex, you've spilt milk on your keyboard before, right? I feel like, or you spilt
I think
milk.
the farthest I've gone is water.
Water, okay. I feel like I know someone we live with has done it before. I'll say his name because it's Connor. I mean, he's on couch
this
force.
boy doesn't drink the milk from his cereal bowl.
Yeah.
And he also leaves big gross chunks of cereal there for days that inflate.
You're a precious lad, Connor, but that's just big gross weedy. Yeah, they're like because he eats mini wheats, and so they're these little. You know what mini wheats are, right?
Well, I've never had them, but
they're like the little tiny square frosted like weedy things.
Little wheat balls.
Yeah, well they're really thin, so they soak up water and milk. So when they do, they get real big and inflated, and they're
Jesus.
I got so tired of him doing it once. I went into his bathroom and poured some wheats in his toilet. So he went in and looked at their big gross inflated Wheaties in his toilet
like
bowl.
4 of the 6 completely inflated Wheaties will fill up like the bowl. Like you can't see the milk anymore. Like it's
What the
gross.
fuck, dude?
That's
That is so
gross.
heinous.
They're weird.
No,
but-
they're delicious until that happens.
Yeah,
But just drink your milk.
Oh yeah, they're delicious. I
Oh god.
it's weird.
Wait.
You thinking about it?
Yeah. How does it even get to that point? Does he not pour out his milk afterwards?
No, he just
into
leaves
the
it
sink?
sitting
Oh
there.
yeah, he leaves it in there overnight.
It leaves it sitting there.
Why?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna say that I haven't left my cereal bowl overnight.
Yeah, but I drink my milk.
And
though.
I drink the milk. That is true.
I don't leave sweet titty juice sitting out overnight.
I think only once have I ever not drank the milk, and I regretted it because I left the bowl there, and I was like,
When I was little, I didn't drink a cup of milk, and it was the first time I really realized that something could spoil. And there was this big, gross curd that was in my room, and I poked it.
how disgusting, man.
I stuck my finger in it.
Oh, it's like the worst. That's the worst thing ever.
Yeah, it smelled like beehole in my room there for a while.
Do you guys think it's gross that like when people eat cereal and they like leave cereal on the side of the bowl and don't scoop it up?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But eat your cereal. It's no different than the other cereal. Just eat it.
I want the damn cereal to be spotless when it's done.
It's weird how cereal can be the most delicious but most disgusting thing at the same
That's the
time.
thing. I think that Fruity Pebbles and Cocoa Pebbles
That's
are
what I
two
was
of
gonna
the
say.
most delicious
That's what I was gonna say.
cereals.
But if you get them too wet, they're fucking,
gross.
It's like gross oatmeal. Well, I mean, oatmeal's good, but
It's just
weird.
floppy little
it's not
sack
what you
boys that
want.
you stick in your tongue. And I don't like it.
it's not what you want.
Do you want to hear this awful prank I've wanted to do forever?
Most definitely.
It's you go to someone's house, you take some tape and a banana, and then you tape a banana somewhere around the room and let it fucking get rotten.
What the fuck?
Have it smell really bad, and they don't know what the smell is, and they have to track it down.
Just some fuck is a banana taped to my bathroom
I don't
wall.
remember who. Oh, it was Cody. Cody, his old roommate Mario
Mario
was quite the guy. He was a partier. Like whenever Cody first met Mario, literally the first time he ever met Mario, he came in at 3 a.m. and threw up in their sink.
What the hell?
Yeah, he's a wild guy. But
First time I ever met Mario, we came.
And he said, whoa! He said,
But, for some reason, he got on a kick of whenever Mario would leave, he would go in Mario's room and tape a fork somewhere in his room. And it pissed him off so bad.
That's weird.
Like,
I mean,
why
it's
would you get
funny.
mad about it? Like,
Yeah.
I think it's hilarious. Like, he'd tape it to his ceiling or something. Everywhere he'd hear, "Damn it, Cody!"
that's such a specific thing.
I know, and it was just making him really mad.
I hope
That's really funny, though.
That's funny.
He's a cool guy. I played Overwatch with him.
You played Overwatch with Mario?
Yeah. He
Damn.
played as May.
Damn. I don't know why
Dude,
you said Overwatch. I was thinking Fortnite the whole time.
Oh.
But anyways,
That reminds me of when I was at my friend Esme's house, and I brought Assassin's Creed 3 to give to him on the Wii U.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't want it, and he didn't want it either. So like the whole time we would like sneak it back in each other's bags.
that's awesome.
So like I didn't tend to my bag for a while, and like I put it somewhere in his room, and then I was about to leave. So like he went to the bathroom, so I took it out of my bag, and then I put it in his sock drawer.
And he's like, all right, and then like immediately he comes out. He's like, I could really go for a fresh pair of socks right now.
Yeah, but
I
I eventually took it back and gave it to someone else.
I don't know why that reminded me of it, but me and Cody really gets into some of my Digimon roots. We used to play the first Digimon Rumble Arena, and during sleepovers at his house, and he had this old, gross Mad Catz he used to make me play.
Oh yeah.
It was it was Pelican or something like that. Like it wasn't.
Pelican.
It was like off-brand Mad Catz. I don't even know what it was.
I got a Pelican controller.
And it was wireless, and the back part was missing off of it, so it had sharp edges. And Cody, bless his heart, he's really ragey at games, and I used to beat him at Digimon Rumble Arena, and one day it got so heated he went ah and smacked the Pelican out of my hands, and it cut my hand open.
Oh, gee.
Oh my
God!
god.
I'm so sorry. And I was just laughing about it. I thought it was funny.
Jesus.
Stupid Pelican controller cut my hand.
That's funny. I had one of those. It was on GameCube though. It's a good controller though. It didn't have sharp parts on the back of it.
I bought a Pelican. Actually, I think it was another Pelican controller. Somebody bought it for me as a Christmas present, and it never worked once. Not a single time.
Those things are so weird. They'll either last forever or they won't work when you get them. Like there's no in between really.
And then Cody actually gifted me that Mad Cat that controller long later.
It's battle damage.
Years later, he gave it to me in a shoebox.
That's hilarious.
If it wasn't that one, it was another one, but it was a Pelican controller. I've got it at my house.
Dude, one time I had a third-party Xbox controller with like a built-in fan.
What in the world?
Yeah, you would turn it on and then it would blow air on your
Oh,
hands,
yeah.
either warm or cold. It was fucking awesome.
Have you seen the really gross SpongeBob GameCube controller?
Yes.
Like
I'm not.
It's disgusting.
It's really funny.
It's disgusting.
I want to take it to a Smash tournament eventually. I'd have to get it first.
I would love to take the big keyboard one.
Yeah, have you seen that? That was for Phantasy Star Online.
Or take the Resident Evil 4 chainsaw controller.
Yeah, just a big chainsaw. I just want to go to events and take the worst thing possible for anything.
Take like a set of bongos.
I went to a tournament once, and a
Son of
dude
a-
went and bought an entire box of baguettes from Jimmy John's and was handing them out to people.
That's just nice.
Yeah, no, like he just
Yeah, that's a
he
nice
just
guy.
went.
That's
He was just going, have some bread. And I was
That's a
like,
totally
"Oh,
different
all right."
situation. That's
it was
awesome.
It was really nice of him. That was the same tournament I got called Kali Tomate.
Yeah, some reason people cannot pronounce Cole's username right, which is
It's
Cole.
not that bad.
Yeah, I mean, when I saw it, I knew. I didn't immediately know how to pronounce it, but I saw it and I was like, that is Cole in Ultimate. There's no way that's not Cole in Ultimate.
It could be called Intimate.
And I figured it out. I was like, it's Coltimate. Because that's how you would say it.
Yeah. So I mean.
Yeah, I suck Ultimate immediately. I don't know how anybody can
He
get that wrong.
I mean, it was the worst because he had a microphone. He's at a tournament with like over 100 entrants, and he goes, "Oh, let me see. I'm gonna try my best. Kali Tomate."
I don't see how. I mean, of course we made the username, so it's not a big deal. But there's like, Alex's is The Legend of Zelda, and I don't know.
I've
see
always
X.
known it as The Legend of Zelda.
Yeah, I don't see it as anything else. I don't know how you get that wrong.
No one
And-
else can pronounce it.
And I can understand Tyler Rocks a little bit, but I've heard people say like Tyler Ricks, which is my first username ever, and I'm like, there's not even an I in there.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, where'd they get Ricks?
I don't know, man.
Actually, I came up with a Cultimate when I was playing Borderlands. Me and my cousin, we made a profile for every different class, and I was playing off of Terminator. It was Borderlands 2, and I can't remember the Gunzerker. I made a Gunzerker, and I named him the Cultimator, and I was like, I kind of like that.
Yeah, it's cool.
And then I ended up on Cultimate, and that's how I've had it.
That's cool.
Before then, it was Ziggy64. That was my first online name.
I didn't
Epic.
have like an original name that much until Highland Deathbat, and even then, it's still not that original. It's just two things combined together. Like I had Tyler Rocks, which was literally a little me saying, "I want to be cool, so Tyler Rocks, he's cool, Tyler Rocks." And then there was Dave, and I stole an account from a friend, and it was David 9876543214321. And
Say it
then
fast, you got it right.
Yeah.
Fast, you got it right.
And then I had Games Rocks, which was supposed to be Gaming Rocks, but I misspelled it when I was typing it out.
Mine were, I think, Flamin' Smiley Face was the first one I ever came up with, but it never saw the light of day.
Epic.
I think that I made an
Epic.
account that
That's-
ended up turning into one of my old YouTube channels that still has videos on
That's
it.
fucking epic.
But I think the URL or something still says Flamin' Smiley Face because I never could figure out how to change it.
Yeah.
And then I was Cole Too Cool, which I still use for some stuff.
That's a good.
Like my Minecraft name is Cole Too Cool, and I don't dislike Cole Too Cool.
That
I'm
was
still fine with
good. I like that one.
it. And
It's along those same lines as it's better than Tyler Rocks, but it's like the same idea. It's like, oh, you were cool, so you're like, oh, I'm gonna.
and
call
that one a
myself
friend
cool.
came up with me because he was trying to make me a Club Penguin account. I was like, he's like,
Yikes.
dude, you gotta play some Club Penguin with me. I was like, all right, man, I'll give it a shot. I'll try.
I couldn't
And
tell
he was
you.
like, I'm gonna make you an account. And I'm like, all right, man. He goes, your name is Cole Cool. And I was like, okay. And then I kind of went from there. I never even played Club Penguin. Never played it once.
I couldn't tell you my Club Penguin or my Webkins account name. Like, that's so old. I don't know what
But
that
right
is.
before it's Cole Too Cool, it was Ziggy64, and after Cole Too Cool, it's Cultimate, and I've been that all ever since.
Sweet.
I play around
Sweet.
with Coleslaw. I like Coleslaw
Yeah.
a whole lot, but I mean that one's one that people take.
Yeah.
So, because I mean, who doesn't want to be like just a slaw of,
I mean,
of cabbage?
it's gross, but it's a good name.
I like it.
Dude, the way that I got my name is elaborate as fuck.
Let me hear it.
What, the Legend of Zelda now or your previous one?
The Legend of Zelda now.
I think I might remember, but go ahead and...
Okay, so what happened was I just bought an Xbox 360 Slim, and I plug it in and everything, and then I sign up for the beta of Internet Explorer and
Oh
Ba-
no!
So specific. Keep going.
and then I signed up for the beta of the new currency because it used to be Microsoft points.
Yeah.
And then it turned into just actual money. So what happened is my Xbox Slim had like the new dashboard, or I don't know if it was a new dashboard, but it had like the new money system and stuff. So I try to like add Microsoft points and it doesn't show up because it's Microsoft points instead of currency. So then I plug in like my old Xbox, the Xbox White Arcade Edition,
Yeah.
and then my points no, my points don't show up there, but they show up on the new Xbox, but I can't use them. And like
Weird.
I'm probably getting this confusing, but you can kind of understand. And then
Yeah.
and then so basically I can do it on my Slim, but I can't do it on my fucking original arcade. So I'm on my arcade, just so I can get this over with before I switch to my Slim. And then I like the idea of my name having something to do with Zella, because that's just Alex backwards.
Yeah.
So then I try to make my name Zella the Hedgehog,
That's awesome.
and then that like I'm so glad I didn't choose that garbage name, but
I love it, but it
and
would
then
have been dated.
and then it said this username is available, so I'm like, okay, sick. Now I'm gonna switch to my. Oh no! I did it on my Slim because I couldn't buy it on my Slim. So then after that, I switched back to my original Xbox Arcade to make that my name. But like it glitched out, and since I searched for it on the other Xbox, it wouldn't allow me to take the name.
Yeah.
So I had to think of something else that was like 15 characters or whatever. And then I was like, The Legend of Zelda fits, and then I typed that in.
Yeah.
Nice.
And that's how I got my name.
And there was someone else. There was like Super. You also had Super Zelda 64 at one point, right?
Yeah, that one's just Super Mario 64, but
Yeah.
with my name backward.
The Legend of Zelda is great though because
Yeah.
it's almost Zelda, but it's not.
Yeah. It's so close. It's a really good username.
Oh, thank you.
I know when I first met you, your username was like it was Death Stalker 117. Is that right?
Death Stealer
Death
117.
Stealer. It was Death Stealer 117, which 117 is Master Chief, and then
Yeah.
I don't know. Yes, Death Stealer was just something.
Death Stealer was when my brother told me to make my username when I
Oh.
first got Xbox.
Okay.
Because that was his username on PSN.
Oh, that's cool.
And then Lego Dude 0150 was I liked Legos. I was a dude. And have you ever listened to Motley Crue?
Yeah.
So the bassist Nicky Six has like his own side band
Yeah.
called 58, and that's
Yeah.
where 58 comes from.
Yeah.
I don't know where the zeros come from.
It's just that square-ended end. Kids love to put numbers. I don't know why. We just do.
Yeah.
I,
If you have a
always tried
username
to
with
avoid it.
numbers, if you have a username with numbers, it's kind of gay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've always tried. The only one I didn't try to avoid it with was I think Flaming Smiley Face may have had some in it.
The
I don't
only one I
remember.
didn't have was the only one I had was David, and I didn't make that account. So
And then Ziggy64 was just because it was just Ziggy, which is a real name,
yeah,
and I'd never heard of anything Ziggy before. I just
yeah.
looked it
I
up.
was wondering where that go.
I literally just didn't.
You
know.
knew some Iggy's from like Digimon, but you didn't
But,
know Ziggy.
64 is just because Nintendo 64. And I've always
Yeah.
leaned
Yeah,
towards
if you're a
64. I thought
Nintendo
numbers
dude
were
and you
like-
put 64 in, that's acceptable.
yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
Like try to find someone who's popular with a number in their name.
yeah. Shit, I'm trying to think. I really don't think there is.
It's PewDiePie 67.
PewDiePie 69. The only numbers I've ever used for anything, and it's mostly for passwords, are 69, 2112 because of Rush, and
glad you're telling everybody your password.
Well, I'm not telling a password, and besides, I don't even use half these anymore.
Yeah, my social security number, I use that one a lot.
No, I change my passwords like once a month, so the numbers don't matter. But 69, 21, 12, and some other number. I don't know what that was. I don't know. Yeah, numbers are weird.
Well, the world's gonna end in 2012.
Everything about how numbers go on forever, man.
They do.
Crazy shit.
Crazy.
Too bad the world's gonna end in 2012. Yeah. But like on YouTube, I used to play some Animal Crossing. There's a specific video that I love of Animal Crossing.
And I pointed this out.
Yeah, Alex pointed it out because I'd forgot about it, and I did it all the time. But if you go back and you go to like David's channel, which is David 9-1 and 4-1, so 9875, yada yada. If you go to my first part of Animal Crossing, you will see a young boy who is recording his TV with his camera for 1 frame in the complete dark. A bright white screen that's a notification for the Wii comes on, and you're like, okay, whatever. And
yeah, you can't see Ty anymore.
Yeah, you can't see him anymore. I'm completely gone because the white screen is cut out the reflection on the TV. And it cuts back to black for the loading screen, and you see me getting into a cocoon. And by that I mean I'm pulling my shirt over my knees and I'm wearing it.
So it's like crisscross applesauce.
Yeah, crisscross applesauce.
The shirt was really way too big for you.
Yeah, it was just it was very comfortable. I love the feeling of feeling compact. Like I love
me too.
Getting blankets and pillows or something whenever I'm sleeping and like getting covered and feeling like I'm in a tight space. I just sleep better and relaxed. But
that reminds. Sorry, go on.
No, you go on. I was going to ask you what you were going to say.
That reminds me of when I was in 5th grade, and there was like this hour where we would have to read, and like there was this like dresser, and like I would go behind it and like cocoon myself in my huge jacket and just like sit there for an hour, and, like no one was around me.
It's comfy. I don't know what it is. It's something I like. It's just...
like something that's super comfy to me is like being in a fort and playing my Switch.
Oh, it's so nice. We did that. Me and Cole built a fort one day in the living room because we were watching Kingsman, and we just weren't feeling watching a movie at the time. Because we weren't forced into watching it, but someone was like, "We're gonna watch a movie at your place," and me and Cole were like, "We're gonna watch it too because we're interested in that movie." And like 30 minutes in, we just stopped giving a shit, and I was like, "You want to build your fort right here next to this movie?" And we just are loud as shit. I was like, "Cole," and we built the fort, and I was like, "Cole, kiss me," because they couldn't see us.
Just being loud and obnoxious inside of our fort.
Yeah, we were obnoxious. I don't blame them for being mad at us that night, but yeah, we built the fort, and it was really fun. It's such a cozy thing. That's why I only watch brother-sister porn when there's when there's a fort involved.
That reminds me of when I wrote that fan fiction about you two. Remember that?
Oh God!
See, here's the thing. Alex loves to write fan fiction, and I love that he does because it's great. Because
it's really funny.
It's not only erotic fan fiction, but you get some like cartoon ones in there. But my favorite, I don't know which one my favorites are, but. And I don't know if I remember the fan fiction you wrote about us.
Hey,
what happened in the fan fiction you wrote about us?
I mean, we had sexual relations.
Oh yeah, but I mean, like, what was the plot? You know?
Oh, so it was 4th of July, and you've never had a 4th of July party with anybody, and, like you've never seen fireworks for some reason, and then like Cole invites you over and you drive down there, like you like overlook. The mountains or whatever while you see fireworks going off, and then you guys like go to sleep, and then like I think like while you're undressing or Cole's undressing, like one of you sees a bulge, and then it just escalates from there.
It's so funny. It's disgusting.
It's so gross.
But yeah, fan fictions are great, especially when your buddies tell them to you and you're playing the game. It's a good time.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So you all, when you were younger, got into console modding and stuff, and I never played around with that.
Yeah.
Cody used to tell me a lot about it, because I didn't have internet. I didn't have internet until I was in high school, so I'd heard about all this stuff from Cody and never got to experience it. I always wanted to have a YouTube channel.
Oh my God.
It was awful, dude. I always wanted to have a YouTube channel. I always wanted to play games online and stuff, but I never could. So
yeah.
But Cody used to tell me about having a lightsaber and stuff on Animal Crossing. And I was
Yeah.
like, dude!
I got more into the like game modding. I was able to mod games a lot and break shit, but Alex got really into actual physical console modding, which is such a cool thing to me, and I've just never picked up the hobby. I guess because I don't. Apparently, Goodwills are a lot better up north than they are here. Because every time I go to a Goodwill, I find like Die Hard, the video game on PlayStation, and that's it. And he goes in there, he finds Mario. Today he found Super Mario Sluggers at Goodwill.
Wow, that'd be nice.
Which is a great game. And the other day he found something else. I don't remember.
And this is also the Goodwill that's really shitty. So
yeah. So I mean, I haven't been to a Goodwill in about 5 years.
I don't think I've ever even been to a Goodwill.
There's one
I went
here.
to a thrift store once.
There's like 2 Goodwills here in Texas.
It was like a church oriented thrift store.
Dude,
so
Goodwills are amazing.
Yeah, I mean you're supporting the cause.
There's one in Middlesboro.
Shit.
I've just never been to it.
The game that I found last week was Mario Strikers Charge on the Wii.
Yeah, that was it. Yeah, it was Strikers. You found Strikers, then you found Sluggers. I was like, shit. If only.
Yeah, and also an Indigo GameCube the other day.
I always thought there was gonna be a Mario football game. There never was. That'd been cool. That'd been hype though.
There was gonna be a volleyball one, but it got canceled because it was too violent.
Really?
Yeah, because it was called Mario Spikers, and the guy who was making it wanted it to be like half volleyball, half wrestling.
That'd be awesome.
And so some of the animations are out there, but you can see like Nintendo characters beating the shit out of each other and like drop kicking them and things.
That's awesome.
And Nintendo was like, "We don't stand for this. This is too violent. We don't want."
They don't stand for this.
Yeah. So yeah, it's real. It's Spikers. There's some concept art out there in a few animations.
I miss the Mario sports games. I wish they made them more often.
Yeah.
Which I mean, they're making the new Mario tennis.
Yeah, which I might get.
It looks really good. It looks like what Super Sluggers for the Wii was.
Should have been. Really.
Well, I mean,
for the Wii.
Yeah, the Wii one was really good.
The Wii. Which one was the Wii? Sluggers.
Baseball.
Yeah, okay, yeah. I'm thinking about tennis.
That one's awesome.
Because the only 2 tennis ones I played was the 64 one and then Open for the 3DS.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't speak for the one on the 3DS, but the one on the Wii U is bad.
Yeah, the one because even the cover of that one doesn't look finished.
It's bland and it's not Mario.
Yeah.
It makes me wonder why they even made that.
Yeah,
I don't know. Like I feel like they just pushed it out. Like it really is just a basic tennis game.
2 things. The GameCube one's really good. I forgot. I played that one.
The GameCube one's fantastic.
Yeah, because it has the special moves and everything.
Yeah.
But it really feels like the Wii U one is just like they were making the Switch one, and then they were like, "We're not going to release this, so we'll just release the assets for it in a different game." And then they picked it up again, and they were like, "All right, we're going to finish it." And now they're making the Switch.
The Switch one looks fantastic. I'll get it when it releases. It looks so good.
I might get it though.
You know, I think Goodwill gives you student discounts. You show them your college ID.
That's awesome.
Damn, we have a Goodwill. We pass by it often, I think.
Hey, you should go.
There's one around here.
I
know there's one around here. I just don't know where it is.
We've passed it, and there's also a pawn shop that we pass every day.
Yeah, pawn shops are great.
I haven't felt like cleaning them in a while because I buy consoles and I refurbish them.
Yeah.
And I have so many consoles on my back lot.
Why do you sell those, or do you
No, I just keep them.
Because I never asked you why you did it, and which I mean I would keep them too. I mean unless someone like was commissioning me to do it. You know,
I don't know. I just see them, and then I just enjoy opening them up and cleaning them.
One day you told me it was a long time ago. It might have been a few years ago. You said you were gonna refurbish one for me and send it to me as a birthday present. I don't think that ever happened.
Yeah, I don't think that ever happened. I don't even remember that.
Yeah, I remember that, but yeah, not that it fucking matters.
I think the best. Jesus, you know how like the bongos.
What the bongos?
You know how bongos for the GameCube is like, pretty rare. I found 4 of them at my Goodwill.
Damn, dude.
Yeah, I still have mine back home.
I saw the Wii port of that the other day at GameStop. GameStop.
Sick.
Yeah, we saw that.
The consoles I have. Sorry, go on.
I said, is that even rare?
I don't know what the Wii one is, but it's cool.
I have no fucking clue. The consoles I have on my back lot, I have 1 PS2 Slim, 1 PS2, 2 Xboxes, and a GameCube.
Man, why is it that every pawn shop you go to has enough Wii balance boards to throw like frisbees?
It's true.
Yeah, I know, there's so many of them.
So many people buy them to get fit, and then they're like, "Fuck, I can't do this."
Wii Fit is fucking trash to get fit, by the way.
I still have mine.
Because everyone just plays the balance game.
Well, yeah, I mean,
I know it's fun to play with, but like it's not a viable way to lose weight.
It's not horrible. It's just I don't know. There's yoga on it, but
I guess
weird.
It's for old people who like need exercise.
Yeah. Well, I mean, then again, you could just get like a bike and watch your TV while you're on your like exercise bike. Like that's just as good.
fuck old people.
Fuck him. I want to see my me do the funny stand. But yeah, I don't know. Then there was We Fit You, and I don't even know anything about that.
I specifically remember like the weekend after I got We Fit, I was playing We Fit while eating frosting straight out of the container.
What an asshole.
Oh my god.
What an asshole. Oh god, I'm going to lose so much weight.
I was really enjoying it, dude. I was getting the most out
Oh,
of
you know
it.
what else I found at Goodwill that was super good?
What?
Pikmin 2.
Ugh.
See, dude.
I mean that right now.
I have not been to a Goodwill in a few years, and I found some cool things. But we might go sometime soon.
Alex, did you ever see that picture I took of? I went to a game store in Morristown, Tennessee, and I found Pikmin, and I was like, "Oh man, Pikmin!" And I looked, and it didn't have a cover, so they made one in like MS Paint and made. It was gross.
I remember that, but I don't.
I've still got the picture of it somewhere.
Nasty.
I don't remember seeing the photo, but I do remember that happening.
It's gross.
It was Black Friday, and I stopped by Goodwill to get some thick Black Friday deals. I found a PS2, and then I found a fucking Sega Saturn.
Dude,
I immediately copped that.
Never even seen one.
You ever seen a Sega Saturn?
Not that I
mean, it's just a big VHS player, except it opens on the top.
All the Sega stuff missed me when I was younger.
I love Sega, dude. I had the Dreamcast and the Saturn.
I had a
Dreamcast,
64
you
that I
say?
played with for years,
Yeah, I had
for a good
Dreamcast.
while, and then I had a GameCube.
I had a Dreamcast game where I don't know what it's called. I'm sure I could easily find it, but it was I don't want to call it. It was a shooter, and one team was aliens, and the other team were like Marines, and you could choose who you wanted to play, and it was pretty cool.
There was this game that I used to play on my buddy's. I say my buddy, but I haven't seen him since I was very, very young. But he used to have the original Xbox. That's really the most exposure I've ever had to the original Xbox. And he had this game where you're in an arena and like your goal is to knock everyone out and you just be the only one left. And I've never been able to.
Fusion Frenzy?
It's probably that.
Oh yeah,
I've
Fusion
never
Frenzy's
been
great.
able to. And it was really fun. I just never been able to remember what it was.
Is it like a party game, like Mario
Yeah.
Party?
Yeah,
It's Fusion Frenzy.
Everyone was playing that. Yeah, it's probably Fusion Frenzy.
I got that game in Seattle.
Did you?
I played that, and I played the very little bit of the Halo 1 that I ever really saw was I watched him play it, and he was like, "Cole, I'm gonna go eat some spaghetti. You go,
Spaghetti.
you play while I'm gone." And I went, "Okay," and he went with his mom to go eat food, and I'm just in his room alone playing Halo, and I just picked it up, unpaused it, walked into his ship, and I can see it in my mind. The alien that jumped out and went, "Whoa!" and just wiggled a little bit, and I went, "Ah!" and I paused it and I ran out of the room.
Yeah, Halo's great. The Dreamcast games I can vividly remember owning was I owned Typing of the Dead. I owned Somebody Amigo, but I didn't have the maracas. I had Blue Stinger. I had the alien game I was talking about. A few other things. I never had any of the Sonic games, sadly. I played them, obviously. I played Sonic Adventure 1 and 2.
I have them both on GameCube.
Yeah.
Do you have the Dreamcast keyboard? I'm trying so hard to find one.
Is it like a big keyboard, or is it something you plug into the back of the controller?
You plug it into the fucking Dreamcast, and it's a big giant keyboard.
I don't think I did. If I did, I don't know where it's at. But
There's this dude on OfferUp I was trying to get his keyboard from, but he deleted his account because he didn't say it was sold. I just never saw him again.
Oh wow.
I mean,
Yeah.
I might have Typing of the Dead, so the keyboard might have been somewhere. But
If you have a keyboard on Dreamcast, you can talk on Phantasy Star and Maximum Pool.
hell yeah. I don't know. I also own like a bunch of bike games and a bunch of football games for the Dreamcast because it wasn't mine. The bike games were good, the dirt bike, but the sports games were sports games, so they were whatever.
All right, I'm gonna bring Goodwill up one more time.
That's all right. No, I want to hear about it.
So the best N64 controller, or like the most rare one you could get, is Ice Blue, and I found that at Goodwill for 99 cents.
That's awesome.
Just cop that right up.
Ice Blue. Was that a Dreamcast controller?
No, that's an N64.
N64. Okay, because I got a blue Dreamcast controller. I don't remember if it was off-brand or what. You gotta thump my table.
I do the schmackos,
You little
dude.
bitch.
Ew.
I saw a video where a dude. It was on a local news station. It wasn't around here, I don't think. But a dude had went to Goodwill and found a VHS tape with a... This is the story. I don't believe it. I'm going to see if you guys believe it. But he went to Goodwill and found a VHS tape that says, "Watch for a surprise," with a smiley face. So he bought it and took it home, and it was a VHS recording of a Rickroll. And that's all it was.
I mean, that's an
amazing.
awfully good prank.
I don't think it's real. I
It just
really
don't. It's a. I mean,
I think that he formulated it himself.
I don't know this guy, so knowing the guy would help me judge if it's a fake prank or not.
Something,
but is it possible? Yeah, I think it's possible.
something kind of like that happened to me. Like, it wasn't a joke or whatever, but I was at Goodwill and I found a DVD, and it was a man-made DVD. Well, by that I mean
a man-made DVD.
I mean, it was just made. It wasn't like manufactured. It was just made by someone.
Yeah.
And it was a picture of a dude overlooking a river. All it said was Mike.
Oh yeah, you showed me that.
And I was trying to figure out like what it was. Like, I was thinking, like, I came to the conclusion that it was a memorial video, or I was thinking maybe it was like a short film someone made, and then I put it into my PS4 and it's a fucking memorial video. It was so sad.
Damn.
I went to Goodwill today with that in my pocket and I put it back in.
Oh hell yeah, dude.
I didn't return it or anything. I just put it right back on the thing.
It, yeah. That's weird. Why would someone bring a memorial video to a Goodwill? Like, what's the purpose?
I don't
That's
know.
very
Why did I
strange.
put it back?
They literally probably just took it so that. Well, I mean, you put it back because I don't know. Just
I don't want that shit. But
you don't
I think
want
it's
it,
like
and it
someone just got rid of their DVD collection and then that was in there.
It just. I mean, that kind of feels like the right thing to do is just to bring it back and not actually ask for your money back. But plus I don't imagine it was that expensive, right?
It was like $5.
It's $5. But yeah, well, I mean, I guess it had to have been in their DVD collection because who's just like, man, I don't want this video of this old dead guy anymore.
Yeah,
Hope
it's
someone
fucking
else
so
wants it.
sad.
That's depressing. Because that's your legacy.
I mean, yeah, that's sad. That's a sad thing to own.
Yeah.
It's just some dude you don't know you own his memorial video.
Yeah.
That'd be
Yeah, no,
strange.
and like I was ashamed to own it, so I put it under my TV stand and I just like went under there and took it out today and returned it.
You should have kept it and wrote a creepypasta about it and had it for like quote unquote proof.
Oh God, no! I wouldn't do that to that poor man's family.
Like, and I put the video in, and he had hyper realistic eyes.
Yeah, for realistic.
And you were like, oh,
Have you told Cole about that?
Which one specifically?
The Big Bang.
I told you at the Big Bang finale that we created in our head.
So. I don't remember much about
the
it.
one where Sheldon dies in his
he gets
sleep.
rigor mortis.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he sleeps completely stiff and he has rigor mortis, and they're like, "Come on, Sheldon, brand new
Get up,
day."
Sheldon.
And he's just straight as a. And at the end, he bazingas everybody because he's not actually dead.
Yeah, no, we were saying
Bazinga.
like. It's so funny because like it's just a normal episode, like there's no somberness to it, and then all of a sudden he fucking dies.
Yeah, there's
and
no
then the
laugh
hyper-
track.
Yeah, and then the hyper realistic eyes comes from like they're at his funeral and everyone is crying and it like zooms in and they have hyper realistic eyes.
Ew.
Which is just realistic eyes.
Ew.
It's just
Yeah,
their
because
eyes.
that's like a creepypasta motif or
It
whatever.
is, yeah.
Yeah. They'd just be really rad, I guess. Super funny though. I love writing fake creepypastas. I haven't done it in a while, other than that one time.
I used to be an avid creepypasta reader, but I haven't read.
They're great.
I used to read them during class a lot.
Dude, it's funny how we're accidentally bringing it to the topic I wanted to talk about,
That
which is
good, yeah.
the concept of feeling scared. And
Yeah.
creepypastas were great. I would come home from school a lot of days, and even though I knew like it was a meme to get into creepypastas, I would look for that like deep cut creepypasta that no one had read, and I'd be like, "Dang, this is the good."
I know most of my creepypastas through the channel Mr. Creepypasta. And
Is there a Mrs. Creepypasta?
I don't know, but it's a really good channel, and it's this dude made by this dude who went to school for acting or something like that, and dramatic reading was like one of his like specialty or something like that. So that's what he does, and it's pretty good. But I used to, which actually led me to listening to Stephen King and stuff. But I used to put it on his channel while I drove.
I
and listen to
don't.
him.
I respect all those creepypasta guys because they're really, really talented. They have
Yeah,
great voice for it.
he's like the original.
Yeah, they're great, but I just can't. I could never listen to a creepypasta. I got bored if I was listening to it. I can only really get into it if I was reading it. It just
Yeah,
when
that's
someone
the-
else is reading it to me, it feels like they're painting the picture for me, and I couldn't get fully scared. And
Well, the reason that
immersed.
he said that he did it was a long time ago when he first made the channel. They said they were going to take the creepypasta like wiki down. So he was like, I want to document these.
Okay. Yeah.
And that's why he started recording them, but it didn't. He just went with it.
Something
But,
that sorry, go on, Cole.
No, go ahead.
I was saying that you know how you said you appreciate the people who make those videos.
Yeah.
Like that reminds me, like I have a fucking detest for people who are like, that shit's so easy, anybody could do it.
Yeah,
Oh,
no,
yeah.
it's not. Of course
not.
It's not. Like if someone sees someone who gets money off of Let's Playing, they're like, that's all he's doing is talking to a camera.
I mean, it's true that Let's Players literally just, for the most part, set up a camera or set up a recording system. But there's so much more to it. It's hard to.
There's a lot of commitment involved.
It's hard to hold a conversation sometimes when you're playing the game,
Especially
and
with yourself.
Yeah, especially with yourself. If you're a solo Let's Player and you're actually doing it and making money and full time,
Like,
that's
good for you.
Good for you.
Like,
you
awesome.
That's awesome.
And
Especially
also,
if you're like one of the
If you have a
tiers.
fucking awful voice, there's no way you're gonna get popular.
Yeah.
And it is really hard to get. It's really hard to grow. Like it's
Yeah.
not something that you can just do once or twice.
Because you gotta kind of hold
following.
yourself out there.
Like
and,
we've been doing Couch Force for over a year, and we still don't quite have 100 subs.
Yeah.
So.
and you don't want to hold yourself out there, but it's just something you gotta do every now and again.
I mean, it's not something easy to do, and it's really not something. And like even when you start making money and stuff, you're spending your income on it to make your channel better, and you're using so much of your time just to keep putting stuff out there and to stay relevant. So it's not necessarily easy.
I wouldn't say anything on YouTube really is easy. Even vloggers, like you gotta
have something to talk about.
you have something to talk about. You gotta have something to do. It's like every day has to be something special with a vlogger. That really.
Well, that's one reason why Logan Paul said that he did it was because I don't know if he said that he did it, but I mean that's why he did it. He's just trying to push the edge. Like I'm gonna go to the spooky forest. That'll make people watch the video.
He totally knew that he was gonna find something.
Yeah. So, it's spooky. Let's get back to spooky. I said spooky forest.
I think the easiest thing on YouTube you can do maybe is like card openings. Well, you still have to have some good commentary.
You gotta pay a lot of money too.
That's true.
Card openings.
That's like the hardest thing you can do because you're paying a lot of money for the cards. And you've got to be entertaining. That's like one of the hardest things you can do.
Speaking of being afraid, like when you're like reading or watching something scary and like you're not in danger but you're still afraid, like that's kind of a cozy feeling.
I love that feeling. I'll go on I'll go on Reddit on like all because if I go on r/creepy, a lot of r/creepy is just stupid images.
I like it. I like it when I find an image on r/creepy that I really like, but a lot of them aren't.
I'll like really go on to like deep ask Reddit and ask about spooky stories, or I'll go on like morbid reality and read really sad things, and I'll kind of spook myself out in my room.
One of my favorites I ever saw was it's on r/creepy, and I think it's still one of the top posts, but it's just a bear walking. Is all it is.
Oh yeah.
Someone looked out their window. It's like in a cul-de-sac, and it's really, really foggy. And I think the title's just like "This Bear Walking," and it's just a bear walking on its hind legs in the fog, and it really is unsettling to watch.
That's the best thing. It's just unsettling.
So that's one of my favorites, just because it's
and then when you look at too many of them, like you're like
bear.
scared in the dark, and like when you walk next to a window, you're like terrified.
Yeah, I remember one night. I think Cole was gone for the weekend, and I think I was mostly alone in the apartment. And I had just watched a bunch of like deep, fucking unsettling videos. And I was walking around the apartment making some. I was making some ramen, and I went and locked the door because it was locked, but I went to go make sure it was locked because in my head I was like, this is gonna be the night that someone comes in and gets me. Like this is the night.
Whenever me and Cody used to talk on the phone a whole lot, and he would sit on his computer and I'd sit and play games and stuff. And it'd be like 12 o'clock at night or something before we get off the phone. And he'd be like, all right, Cole, hold on. Stay on the phone with me until I get upstairs in my bedroom. And he's like, okay. So I'd hear him just, okay. I'd hear his door shut and I'd hear him just running up his stairs as hard as he could. Slamming his door behind him. Yeah. It was like a nightly ritual.
Oh, it's the best fear, man. It's the best feeling.
It's awesome.
I hate it when people don't lock doors.
Yeah. I mean, I make sure that ours is locked most nights, but
Earlier when I came in, our door
we
was just open.
Yeah.
I came in for class, our door was just wide open.
Some
What?
days I will come back to the house, to the apartment, and our door will be open because Connie doesn't, or someone doesn't close it all the way.
Our little thumper over there.
But yeah, it's a great feeling.
Lock your doors. I went to go visit some roommates in Redmond, and they got a new roommate who's he's completely Chinese, and I don't know like the whole backstory, but like just at his home he's never had to lock his doors.
Yeah.
So like I went there and it was like 9 o'clock in the morning. So like I kind of knocked, and then no one came, and then I'm like, huh. He's told me his roommate doesn't lock the door, so I just fucking straight up opened the door.
Yeah.
Everybody
I've
was
met
sleeping
people
in
like
there.
that. Yeah, it's like, what in the world, dude?
Yeah.
This is the wildest one to me. I mean, I'm obviously not going to say who this is, but someone was telling me about, and it's someone that I also know, that just does not have a lock on the door. They don't even have a lock. Their doors don't lock.
That's fucked, dude.
Like, and they have like kids and stuff. Like, I would not do that.
Fuck off.
Like, no.
Just get a new doorknob.
I was like, I would not stay in that house. No, it's not. You can go get a doorknob for like $15 or something like that.
Even when I was at home, even we live out in like, not in the middle of nowhere, but we're definitely secluded. And even then, we locked our doors every night. I remember some nights I would come home from being with friends, and I would come home, the door was locked, and I had to text someone to let me in because it was just, I don't know. And there's no, we really didn't have much of a reason to lock the doors, but we still did.
The only time I've ever really felt unsafe in my own house was it was just about a year or two ago. I woke up and my dad asked me, "Did you come upstairs this morning?"
Oh yeah.
And I said no. And
I think you told me about
so
this.
this is what happened: is my mom woke my dad up and said there is someone walking up the stairs, and Dad heard it too, and he heard somebody come up the stairs and didn't hear anything else. And I think he actually may have heard it go back down the stairs. I don't know. So he went out, and it wasn't me.
Yeah.
Nothing was there. The dog was in their room, and my little brother was in bed.
Fuck that.
So they looked around, and they woke me up. They're like, "Was that you?" And they're like, "No." And he like walked around the house with a gun. I walked around the house with a gun. Like, I was like, unsafe feeling.
Got your fucking gun.
Yeah. Gun.
Yeah.
Also to bring up my my apartments.
Yeah.
So the reason why I brought up that dude who didn't lock the door was Chinese is because we were in a housing thing where we had people from other countries.
Yeah.
And it's the fucking coolest shit living with people from other countries. Like
Yeah.
the person.
Except for the family toothbrush thing. Have you ever heard of that?
I heard of that, and the Indian guy who would take shits every morning in the bathtub.
Anyway, you
Jesus.
continue. Well, I guess while we're already on it, a family friend used to have a roommate in college that was I think Chinese or something like that, and his family all used the same toothbrush, so he had to make him
Weird.
stop using his toothbrush.
That's weird.
Oh my god.
It's gross.
It's like I wouldn't even share a toothbrush with my girlfriend or someone I've been with
that's
for
gross.
years.
Like,
it's just-
I'll kiss you, but
Yeah.
you keep your nasty tooth parts.
Because that shit gets deep. You know, you get
Yeah.
your blood on that
Yeah,
sometimes.
like, it's nasty.
If you don't floss, like you should be, Cole. I know you haven't been fucking flossing.
I've not been flossing.
You
I'm sorry.
dickhead. No, all of us need to floss probably.
I floss daily.
You floss? Hell yeah,
Yes.
dude. Yeah. Hell yeah.
Yeah. Woo.
Um,
Flossing.
but yeah,
I don't floss often
I floss
But-
like for the first week after they tell me to floss, and then I
Yeah.
stop.
because it hurts. It hurts your gums.
Well, that's the point.
It makes your gummies hurt.
It eventually stops.
Yeah,
hurting
it
your
does,
gums.
but it makes my gummies hurt.
Just,
When I was at the apartment, I was the predecessor to the Chinese guy.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't get to enjoy the Chinese culture stuff, but I had a Peruvian roommate, and he would make like some shit every morning that would smell like something I've never smelled in my life.
yeah.
It was great.
Our friend Austin said that there was a Indian guy who would like only eat Indian food. That's just what he loved. I eat Taco Bell every day, so I don't blame him for eating this culture shit.
Every day.
Yeah, I fucking dude. I won't even get on it right now, but I eat Taco Bell more than I should.
He does eat Taco Bell every day. Have you
That
had it today?
is something
Yes.
you should change.
Okay.
it's we'll talk about that later. But anyways, he said that he would eat it, every day, and in the mornings he would go take a shit because they had communal bathrooms, and it just smelled like a big Indian shit in the shower room. A big
Jesus.
spicy shit. Yeah.
I don't like it when my food make my tummy hurt. It ain't gonna stop me from eating it.
Yeah.
I really hate getting the rumbly grumblies. You know what I'm saying?
I think I'm gonna say one last thing before, because we're getting close to closing time. The only time I've ever felt unsafe in my house, bringing it back to this, is one time my good friend Connor Benson had a friend who he I can't really fully remember their whole situation. He was a guy who went to church with him, and they were really good friends. But then he did something stupid and he ran away, and he was gone for like a year maybe. And then out of nowhere, he showed up to Connor's door and was like, "Yo, I need somewhere to stay." And Connor was like, "Yo, you can't stay here, my guy." and so then Connor's mom was out of town too, so she made Connor come and stay at my house, just so he was with somebody. And in my head, I was always like, "This fucker's gonna show up. He's gonna figure out where we're at. We're gonna get fucked up."
God.
And it was only for one night, but that one night I was like, "Hoo, hot tamale,
Hot tamale,
hot tamale." Yeah, that was it. That was it.
Very nice.
But I think we're getting close to closing time here. It's been like an hour and 5 minutes on recording. I know like 8 minutes beforehand was due to...
It's been an hour for me.
It's been an hour for you. Okay. So I think that's it. I want to thank you guys for being on my podcast. You're both two special boys to me.
As long as you think my tractor's sexy, I'll be here anytime.
I appreciate that, and I appreciate you.
I appreciate that.
And I appreciate all of you people watching. I know there's probably not a lot of you, but if you tuned in for this whole hour, that means you like me, and you like Cole, and you like Alex, and we appreciate the heck out of that.
Alex, I know, is my sweet special boy.
Alex smells delicious.
I'd dip him in milk.
Never smelled me.
Yeah, well, no, that's not true, Alex. We met. I cornered you in that corner. I said, "Let me sniff your lad," and you let me.
Oh
sniff.
yeah, I remember fucking caking myself in cologne before I met you.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't want to appear smelly.
Well, you didn't. You weren't smelly. I don't even think I even smelled the cologne. I think you're pretty neutral and beautiful.
You absorbed it.
All right,
your natural stench absorbed the cologne, and you became true neutral.
I probably smelled like a shitlord because it was right when I woke up or whatever.
I don't like being smelly. That's a topic
for another time. Of course not. That's a topic for another time. I want to appreciate everybody who's listening. Appreciate these boys, and I want to thank you for tuning in.
Let's clap for ourselves.
There you go. First episode down. That's one episode down. Hundreds more to go. Hopefully, I don't know. Every other Saturday, tune in and ride with us, because this is Ride or Die Podcast. And we'll catch you on the next ride.
I'm going to go take a big nasty Charlie Brown.
Get the fuck out of my car.
All right.
One episode, we'll get in a crash.